Recently, researchers identified and began studying nanoparticles that are contained in our coffee. They were curious if these tiny exosome-like particles had an effect on the brain. What did they find? Welcome to Just the Science, where we look at the science behind health-related headlines. Today, we are breaking down a study on the nanoparticles in our coffee. Researchers identified specific coffee nanoparticles that protect and even repair brain cells. Before we get started, make my day by hitting that subscribe button. Let's get to our study. This is not medical advice. Researchers have discovered that tiny, naturally occurring particles in coffee might protect your brain from the devastating effects of Alzheimer's disease. And here's the most exciting part. You might even be able to extract and use these particles at home. In a groundbreaking lab study, these nanoparticles helped reverse damage caused by toxic plaques associated with nerve atrophy, cell death, and Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is one of the greatest health challenges of our time. It's thought to be caused by the buildup of amyloid beta plaques in the brain, which disrupts memory and cognitive function. But now, researchers have uncovered a surprising ally in this fight: coffee. Specifically, they've identified something called coffee-derived exosome-like nanoparticles, or CDELNs, that may have neuroprotective powers. So what are these particles? Exosomes are tiny vesicles your body naturally produces to help cells communicate and repair damage. CDELNs are similar but come from coffee. In a lab study, scientists tested these nanoparticles on mouse brain cells exposed to toxic amyloid beta proteins, the same kind that build up in Alzheimer's disease. The results were remarkable. The coffee nanoparticles didn't just protect the brain cells, they helped them recover. Cells that were damaged by amyloid beta were treated with CDELNs, and their survival rates improved dramatically. The key to this recovery lay in the mitochondria, the part of the cell that generates energy. When the mitochondria are damaged, the cell can't function properly. But the CDELNs helped repair this damage, restoring the cell's energy and function. Now, here's the exciting part for coffee lovers. You might be able to capture some of these beneficial particles at home. While lab methods are more precise, there are simple steps you can take to try this yourself. Start with high-quality, organic coffee beans. Processing can affect the nanoparticle content, so quality matters. Brew a strong, concentrated coffee using methods like a French press or espresso machine. Avoid paper filters, which can trap these particles. Once your coffee is brewed, let it cool. For the best results, you could spin it in a small kitchen centrifuge to separate heavier particles, or simply let it sit undisturbed for several hours. The clarified liquid left behind might contain these exosome-like nanoparticles. Drink it fresh and skip the sugar or cream. Those could interfere with how your body absorbs these compounds. Now, before you start turning your kitchen into a coffee lab, let's remember that this research is still in its early stages. So far, these effects have only been tested in a lab using mouse cells. Clinical trials in humans are the next step, but the findings are already opening up exciting possibilities. This study doesn't just suggest a new health benefit for coffee, it highlights how natural compounds in everyday foods might hold the key to treating major diseases like Alzheimer's. Imagine starting your day with more than just an energy boost. What if your coffee could protect your brain too? If you found this as fascinating as we did, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with a coffee lover or someone who cares about brain health. And as always, stay informed and stay curious. If you're up for a quick challenge, consider sharing your thoughts in the comments. What's one question you still have? Or can you think of any connections or contradictions? Every comment is read. And who knows, your input could inspire new science. Stay informed, stay curious. After all, curiosity drives discovery.